Hey guys, welcome back to the Novice Lumberjack. I couldn't help myself. I wanted to mess with this solo a bit more, and so I went ahead and I did a muffler mod on it. Let's check it out. Oh, there she is. It's nice, got open flow. You can see all the way down in there. Yeah, you can see the exhaust port there. It had, as I expected, a catalyst in there. So that exhaust had to push through this catalyst right here and then out a small restricted hole right there. There was also, right over the exhaust port itself, there was a cage that had a couple small holes drilled in it. So regardless of how much of a difference this is going to make in power, the flow is tremendously better now. It was really clogged up, as is the case for a lot of saws these days. Those catalysts right there are quite horrendous in slowing down the power and the capabilities of a saw. So we're going to go ahead now and we're going to throw a bar and chain on this and put it in the wood, see how she cuts, see if it makes a difference. All right, here we are. All the safety gear is intact. There's so many whiny ass people about safety. Anyways, so we got the muffler mod. I haven't tuned it or anything, and so here we go. We're gonna fire it up, tune it up, see how many RPMs it'll cut now that it's muffler modded. RPMs are all over the place. I cannot get a good read. I got a good read that time. You might not believe it, but that was 11,600 almost the entire way through. So that's a big difference. That is a very, very big difference. Okay, so it's been a couple days since I ran this. Pretty cool. It's nice. The highest I could get it pretty much all the way through the cut, if memory serves me correctly, before it was just right at 10,000. You know, maybe 10.2, maybe 9.9, 9.8, but it was right in the 10,000 RPM range, and that's providing almost no pressure. But I do provide pressure, but just a little bit, right? And it was pulling right at 10,000. Now, same amount of pressure and everything, 11.6 all the way through. Right now, whenever you dog it in, stuff does drop, and whenever I release it off of it, it raises. You know, these, like I've told you a million times in my videos, these little RPM tests, really, they're only for me. But now it's a really reasonable little 55cc saw. That thing is. It feels really good. I don't think I put enough emphasis on that in the last video. It really feels like a high quality unit. Okay, the fit and finish of it is very nice. It's got a double-sided brake, right? Some people, I had one guy point out to me, he's like, I don't consider it a professional chainsaw unless it has a double-sided brake. And well, I mean, there's a lot of non-professional chainsaws that have a double-sided brake, so that doesn't quite work. But yeah, it's a nice feature to have. It's got an inboard clutch, seems to oil the chain fine, and overall, now that I did that muffler mod, the power is completely respectable. I don't know if it would be as fast as a 550 XP, a bone stock 550. Probably not, but I think for sure it would beat an Echo 501, a stock Echo 501. You know, it might even compete with one with a muffler mod. So at this point, yeah, I mean, it's a nice little saw. As long as you're capable of doing a muffler mod, I say we got a winner. You know, that's really nice. I like the saw. I can see this being a saw that I really enjoy grabbing and using and working with. It's small, it's lightweight, it's a lot of things. It's affordable. That's a big kicker, man. I mean, this exact same thing, like I think yesterday, or the day before yesterday, whenever it was, I compared it to a Steel 271. I bet you now it's closer to a 261, which is their hot professional version. And it's really affordable. The problem is it's not available in the United States. So all of this stuff, none of it matters, really, you know. Even the Chinese made one, it's called the Pro Run. One word, Pro Run. And you can look it up on Amazon. You can look up Pro Run chainsaw, and you'll have to search a little bit, but eventually you'll find this saw. And you'll see that they no longer have it available, and they don't know if they're going to get it available again. So that's what we have available to us in the United States. But I gotta say, so the whole made in China thing, you just don't realize how many of your chainsaws that you're buying thinking that you're getting a German-made chainsaw or a Swedish-made chainsaw, and you're actually getting a Chinese-made chainsaw. So, you know, the bulk of the components are, you know, for all of your prosumer grade Husqvarna and steel chainsaws, they're made in China. They're just made to a higher specification. It's not like China can't make high quality stuff. It's that a lot of their stuff, they just want a quick turn and burn. Make it cheap, sell a bunch of units, and that's how they operate. Well, there's a lot of companies, Walbro, Zama is a Chinese manufacturing company that actually, I believe, still owns. But anyways, a lot of the products are made in China. And then they're shipped out and assembled in the respective countries that that saw is going to be sold in. So all of this hoo-ha bullshit about, I'll never buy a Chinese-made product. Shut up. Nearly everything you have in your home is made in China. Everything. My phone's made in China. The camera stand that it's, the tripod that it's attached to is made in China. These glasses are made in China. This shirt is probably made in China. Okay? So, yeah, I understand wanting to buy American made. Problem is, it doesn't exist. There's like nothing out there made in America. And if it does exist, it's too expensive. You don't want to buy it. I got a pair of American made socks. Cost me 20 bucks for one pair of socks. So, you know, if you want to give that whole complaint, that just falls on deaf ears with me, because I know nearly every product that passes through your hands is made in China or Taiwan or Korea, someplace like that. And another thing too is, I don't understand why you're okay with buying something made in Japan or made in Germany or made in Sweden, but you're not okay with made in China. What's the difference? You're giving your money to a different economy anyways. Well, what's the difference? That's just me. But I think that what we're seeing here with this one is honestly what we can expect in the future. So many steel and Husqvarna products are made in China already, and they're just assembled in various different countries, you know, and it's just become so expensive to produce a product, and we have an insatiable lust for cheap products. So nearly everything's made in China. But if this is the quality that we can expect of something that's actually made in China, I'm fine with that. It's a good saw. I mean, I haven't ran it for 18 years, okay? But this feels and runs just as good as any prosumer or homeowner farm and ranch grade chainsaw offered by the big two, Husqvarna or Steel, or Echo too. I can't say it enough. The fit and finish on this is fantastic. The quality of the plastic is fantastic, right? It does not in any way feel cheap on any level. So, yeah, I mean, this is like proof that made in China saws work. And if you're just new to this video and you keep wondering why the hell is he keep saying that that saw's made in China, well, they advertise it as being designed by German engineering and made in Austria. That is completely false. You look this shit up on Amazon and it shows the company that manufactures it, and it's called a Pro Run. Look it up. They're in Xinjiang, China, or whatever. And if you can just see, it's nonsensical. Obviously, they're lying. That shit wasn't made in Austria. Might have possibly been assembled, just like all the steel and Husqvarna stuff that likes to hang on to this idea of being made in America or made in Sweden or Germany. They do it too, but that's the best you're going to hope for. Every bit of this product I would put money on, made 100% in China. Best you could hope for is it was assembled in Austria. But yeah, either way, I don't care. Runs great. Let's see if it restarts without even pumping the primer and stuff. Nope. That's an issue. Made in China shit. That's probably the whole problem. Anyways, I like the saw.